come in, and then you get in before them because you're opening the gate for the people that are leaving. Yeah, other people come in right behind them, so you're able to look around, walk around with the exit stick, and make sure people, and then make sure everybody's the height you're supposed to be.
It just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really.
I said, I'm sorry, but they'd be too short to ride.
Receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies.
Sometimes they're like, oh, well, they rode this yesterday or last week, and I'm like, okay, well, they can't ride it now, so they must have got shorter. No. But, I usually just say, oh, well, I'm sorry, man, they're too short. But my favorite part of the day is when, like, 11 and 12-year-olds try to ride like a little kiddie ride, and I have to be, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but you're too tall to ride. I'm secretly smiling.
They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and
yeah, a lot of teenagers like are riding these little kiddie rides. There was one time where the train was full of adults.
Well, from their point of view,
no kids. None of them had kids.
Much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving.
Yeah, but I mean, what?
Yeah, moving it very.
They're not too tall. Since it's like a suspended roller coaster. But since there's a suspended roller coaster, it's you have to. Most adults are not too tall unless you're like in the 7-foot area. Yeah. But it's still a kid ride. But so the difference between a regular roller coaster and the one I have at our area is regular roller coasters. It's just that, like, there's no switching between the different little flat rides that they have near there. It's just the roller coaster. So it's all one team. It's one team on that one roller coaster. And then also there's air conditioning. They make sure they have air conditioning. They have water that everyone can get to, not just one person. And air conditioning, water, and shade. So the difference between that is exit has none of that. I can't get water when I want to. I have to ask the person that's doing the drive, which is behind the control panel. They're behind the control panel. So I have to ask them that.
His passing's been on point.
I have to ask them, hey, can I get water? If I wanted to do that. And then
in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner.
It's just,
so if he's gonna throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about that. Field shrinks.
Oh well, it doesn't have water. It's basically like I have a cup, and then I'll give it to them, and they'll fill it up and give it back. I lost my water bottle that they gave me. It was raining, and I left it when I went to use the bathroom, so and I forgot about it by the time I got off, I was like, oh. Yeah.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And that one
I think so. I just don't have.
I just don't. Be stopped before he could even get started.
You gotta pay. They give you a free one during orientation, and then you have to pay for it if you want another one.
From the gun, Winston. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
They do. They probably have it in outfitters where you get all your stuff. It has like employee on it. No.
Third and long.
I take it off.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact.
But it's not. No, it's not like. It's thin. Because I got bit by a bug through it.
But that's the last thing
a bug bit me through it.
Right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only.
Well, no. The bug made it on top of it, and then it bit me through it, which is how I knew it was very
hands first and
thin.
So the Patriots coming out now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It
Oh,
didn't lead to
and what?
points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Oh,
A
okay.
gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, also, this summer after Upward Bound, what I might do is I might keep the weekend thing, and then what I'm gonna do is during the week I'll be at my dad's, and then I'll come home on weekends, at least until school starts. That's what I think I'm gonna do.
The ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression.
Therefore, that way I'll still be able to go to my dad's and have the summer I want, and then I'll be able to be working.
Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done. Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Even though he's a 4th rounder, I think he might have a chance to play and prove that, hey, I could have been taken higher in that draft.
And we've seen so many times now, guys who go lower in the draft, undrafted free agents that become big-time players, Pro Bowl players. So you never know. 4th round pick has a chance to be a really good player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll set up the throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Okay.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play.
Oh, wait, what am I doing this week?
But not any run after it.
Can I stay home?
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Okay, did you call the school and ask
the
them?
21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That good for 6.
And what about the registration? Did you get that?
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. The Patriot
I have my
passing game is
dentist
rolling.
appointment
They've got another first down.
June
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking
Monday,
at something out of central casting,
June 6th.
frankly.
It's in like 2
Absolutely.
weeks.
I mean, size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole
Oh, yeah, I do.
package together,
It's the
you
day.
light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
No.
Throw there, but that's going to wind
Oh,
up
no, I don't have a
incomplete.
test now.
Once
It's
you
the
get
day
into the
before
red
my
zone and the
EOC.
safeties
It's the
have
day
less
before my
ground to
math
cover,
EOC, but I don't have
you
a
better
test.
be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his
you called
guys
them,
will get
and
the
then they let me
football
leave.
back.
Remember?
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. All right, here.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Jameis to throw it. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They pitch it out to Johnson. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I know a lot of coaches like the toss play because they think it can be a real momentum shifter. Get the ball to that back who can get to the corner and turn it upfield. And on this play, that's exactly what they got, including a 1st down.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Well, I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
Whoa, come on.
And his kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw now on first down. Rifles one complete into the hands of Gronkowski. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Heavy. Set. Green.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
All right, here we go. Blue, line it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Goes underneath here to White. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still, a lot of guys.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White from 6 yards away. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again on offense, here's Devontae Parker now. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alec Ogletree coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. So we've reached... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Incomplete. Malcolm Mitchell out of the University of Georgia was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that
Has
one.
that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ready? Black 22. Let's go.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And some room to roam now. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully. And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still. Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The Cardinals on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Even though I
It's a 7-yard gain there. It's good enough to move the chains.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Right back to him on first down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Now Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Dante Hightower able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? Where we've seen where it's gone from strictly as a blocker to a guy who caught a few passes to now an integral part of the passing game, sometimes the primary receiver, because a lot of these guys have wide receiver skills, and we're seeing that on display here. Just think about the guys in the past looking back at this game and saying, sure wish that was me. I'd love to have gone out for those types of passes.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Back to throw here. Wide open, Gronkowski. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Now back to throw. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Winston. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Arizona. 44 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a play fake here on first down. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you get momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Winston got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And James has it. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. There with a tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
This is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Dante Moncrief from 19 yards away. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, But he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
Oh, here we go.
But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon.
All right, now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down. New England on third down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Back to throw again. Trying to throw one in, but it's incomplete. So not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. You're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield. Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here.
And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield and make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Tight left. Ready. Back 25's a hush.
Now Jameis on second down. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. He'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. Figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you know, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll look to throw. James has got it. Complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. Gonna throw outside here. Complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall, the offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch, and that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here we go now. Blue line.
On second down, Hyde. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. New England on third down. They amazingly have not seen a fourth down yet. They've converted every time. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Even. 4 down. Even. Bang, 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 bang. Leopard. Hey, alert 3.
They'll run for it. Hyde. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really
Alright. MLB and my RLB and my CB2. I don't know what these mean. Literally look down. I looked up for like a second.